Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Taxpayer'S show. People call me Shana, and sorry to the 3 followers that I have that I haven't been on all week. Now my computer's booting. It's doing something. Right when I record. Okay, whatever. I don't know what's going on now. Always something goes. Everything goes wrong as soon as I go live. Even if I have a band here, I can have everything set up perfectly. As soon as people plug in, it all goes wrong. Anyways, where the hell am I? It has been a very challenging week for my little family, and I won't go into details. Lots and lots going on. I'm just trying to get caught up on the week's news, and there's a lot of shit going on this week. But first of all, see that? Hydrate with beer. We're gonna do that. What we got? This show is not brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Oh, I should have done that in the mic. Swig of beer for all you hard-working people out there that keep this country going. You know what? This has been a shitty week. I'm going to take another sip. So anyway, how are you? Join me by the fire here. People are probably wondering why I have all these fires. I tried to explain it in the first video that nobody watched. But I try to have these fires, and I'm trying to pretend that we're having a fireside chat with each other, you know? I talk to you like I'm talking as if we were sitting by a fire, whether it's a bonfire or sitting at the fire at the house, or you don't see it, but I have a bar here, and if you're sitting across from me, maybe future episodes we have actually people here and film people talking at the bar. Thought that'd be pretty cool. But I talk to you like I just have regular conversations with people. And I'm all over the place today, so I'm going to be stopping and starting, and I don't know where I'm at. And I'm still having trouble getting used to, now I paused the fire. I wanted to pause something else. There we go. See up there? That's what I'm trying to pause, but it disappears on me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. As you can tell by now, this is not a professional podcast by any stretch of the imagination. This is just some dude in his makeshift studio just doing it because. Made some notes. I really don't have any clips prepared. I haven't had a chance to do any of that. You've probably seen it all on the news anyways, and nobody watches this anyways. First thing, in no particular order this week, we found out that as of March 1st, the beginning of the Iran war, that some Canadian troops were bombed, and we were just finding out about it 2 weeks later. We're just finding out about it this week, all while, Carney flip-flopped 5 times inside a week. And so there's definitely a lack of transparency there with the government. Now, mind you, this is war. We shouldn't know every single thing that goes on. And from what I understand, this facility that was bombed is also occupied by different armies at different times. It just so happened that Canadian troops were occupying this facility, which I forgot to write down the name. I'm sorry, it's just been a hell of a week. If you're in the know, you know. But the Canadian troops weren't actually there at the time. They were off doing something else. So luckily, thank God they're safe. But, you know, like, even the shadow minister wasn't made aware of this. So, like, we're left in the dark, and we find out about it a couple weeks later. Kind of makes you wonder. And all the while, Carney's like, we're for it, we're against it, we want this, I don't even know where we're at. But I guess we're not going to be part of the war, and I guess in a way I'm kind of glad that our troops are not going to be involved in it. But when he was asked, was he in Norway trying to secure security for our Arctic? He was asked the question about it, why it was kept. And I wrote this down, so I'm prepared for that. I can't read it. I'm not the only spokesperson for the government. This is our Prime Minister. Good Lord. I'm not the only spokesperson for the government. And nobody else said anything about it. Good Lord. Carney is a fucking buffoon, and I'll use whatever language I want on my show. I'm not sugarcoating anything. Actually, next point that I have written down here, about the economy. In February, we lost 83,900 jobs. In February. On my last video, I speculated that we lost about 100,000. I knew like last year we lost $80,000, 80,000 jobs in the auto sector alone. And I thought it was about 100,000 jobs all total. But that was last year. 83,900 jobs just in February this year. And the unemployment rate is up to 6.7%. That's a lot of people out of work. That's a lot of people on unemployment. And when Carney was asked about that, he's like, well, we created 80,000 jobs. Where? Where are those jobs created? Next up. We got the B. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't be doing this. I've already had a couple of these beers, these wobbly pops, as my dearly departed friend Richard used to call them. The Bill C-270, the Stand on Guard Act. It was introduced by the Conservative Member of Parliament for Newmarket Aurora. Has to do with crime. Oh shit, I read this all backwards. Anyways, so violent crime is up 55%, gun crime is up 130%, and extortion 330%. And this is all since 2015. So, like the last decade or so, since the Liberals took office. So this bill was introduced to clarify the legal standard around self-defense during a break-in. And we had that that story here in Lindsay, Ontario, where the man was arrested for self-defense. Somebody broke into his house, and I think the guy had a knife, and the man that was defending his house had a gun. I might have the story wrong. I forget it. But basically, if you defend yourself against a break-in, you're the criminal, and that's wrong. So these things need to be adjusted for in the. I can't speak. I shouldn't be doing this. It's been a hell of a week. I'm sorry. We've had deaths, and just I'm trying. Anyways, so somebody breaks into my house, and I'm trying to defend my family from possible death, murder, and I take out the intruder. Suddenly, I'm the bad guy. I'm the one that gets charged with wrongdoing. Something not right there. What do they call that? Castle law? I don't know. They keep changing the names of the laws. So I forgot the name of the Conservative member, but that's the Newmarket Aurora Conservative that is looking for clarification. And by God, there should be clarification. And I know that Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario, is trying to look for clarification on this issue. And I'll tell you, Doug Ford, I got a love-hate relationship with this guy. One day I think he's the biggest buffoon, and then the next day he does something that I totally agree with. So this is why I voted for him in the first place. I agree with him for the most part, but I just hate the way he sucks up to the Liberals. He turned his back on Poilievre. I'm all over the place. Let's put it on pause. I gotta come back with this clear mind here. Oh, I'm screwing up. This is the worst podcast. You don't know it, but I took a bit of a break. Before I go on with politics, I'm first of all gonna cheers all of you out there. Live your life now. Can't even begin to tell you the week that's gone on. I'm afraid to even bring it up here because a lot of people don't even know what's gone on. But there's been deaths and there's been all kinds of other drama that is just making me really upset and crying all the time. I'm estranged from three of my children, and four of my children, and three of them have birthdays in March, the first 3 weeks, and it's always a killer. Another son, my stepson, is hospitalized and doing okay now. He'll be fine. It was scary, but you worry, right? And then there's been some deaths, so just a lot of worry, mental pain. Also, I've had some injections in my shoulder. I've got damaged rotator cuff and damaged bicep and tricep, and there's also calcium buildup. So I had cortisone shots for that. Finally, a bit of relief from that. But I've also got a broken back, bad knees. It's just like, come on. Give me a freaking break. I know, everybody's got their shit, right? I'm just like, one good day. Just one. Anyway, enough of my belly aching. Back to the news. I watched an interview with Danielle Smith, the Premier of Alberta. And they're able to increase up to maybe 2.5 more million barrels per day to help out with the shortage globally, but that's not really going to solve the problem. However, had in the last 10 years they've been able to build all these other pipelines, there would have been no issue. We could have serviced the entire globe and be profitable and not be in debt and not have millions of people at the food banks, and people on pension could be earning more than what they're getting, and people that want their teeth cleaned could get their teeth cleaned and more without the government going further into debt to do it. All these things could have been done. What else did she say? Sorry. So there definitely needs to be much more of a federal recalibration regarding our energy sector. She said, as for the oil, there's 177 billion barrels of reserves. 177 billion barrels of reserves. And we transport a few million barrels per day. Let that sink in. I don't know math. I'm really not good at math because I went to summer school. I should be a genius at math. You go to summer school every year for it. 177 billion barrels of reserves. This is just Alberta. As far as natural gas, 1.4, are you listening? 1.4 quadrillion. I don't even know what a quadrillion is. Sounds like a lot. 1.4 quadrillion cubic feet of gas. Natural gas. That sounds like a lot that we could be exporting. So, this is just in Alberta. This is not Quebec. This is not what we have offshore in Nova Scotia or Newfoundland. This is just Alberta. Do you know how stinking rich this country could be? We're choking ourselves to death for no reason. It makes no sense. Makes no sense to me. You want all these services, you want the health care, you want everything covered, you want most ridiculous things covered, which I won't even get into, but you know, just the most ridiculous things covered. And the most important things that should be covered are not covered. And we could cover it all. We could cover it all. We tell everybody else in the world we have the greatest healthcare system. No, we don't. It's the shits. But it could be better. We have got the resources right under our feet in Alberta, in Quebec. Quebec can dictate their own future if they want to. Offshore, in the ocean, in Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, it's all there. Like, okay. Newfoundland, Nova Scotia can service everything in Europe. Everything Alberta way can go out through British Columbia and service all the Asian countries, India and everything. They're all wanting it. They're begging for it. They don't want it from Russia. It's so bad now that the U.S. is saying, all right, maybe we'll let you take it from Russia because it's so bad. We should be there. We should have been right there going, take it from us. We got it ready. We could have been there 10 fucking years ago. 5 years ago. 2 years ago. Last year. Still, nothing. Nothing. MOUs. MOUs. Do you know what an MOU is? Understanding. Memorandum of Understanding. We understand we might do something. This is not an agreement. MOA is Memorandum of Agreement. I've signed them. You sign on the dotted line. It is what it is, and there's a transaction, and there you go. Understanding is, well, we might do this, we might do that, and we'll look into it. Otherwise, it doesn't mean shit. Like, when the hell are people going to wake up? You can fly around the whole world and sign all these fancy documents and print them and say, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. It hasn't happened. It just hasn't happened. Get the fuck out of the way. There is private funding. There's companies that are willing to spend billions and trillions of dollars to make this shit happen for all of us. All of us. Not just people who vote conservative. People that vote both ways. All across the country. All 40, however million of us could be prosperous. The world, the globe could be prosperous from what we have. Just do it. What, you want to drive an electric car instead? How does that make sense? Would you rather your neighbor starve? How about your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your parents? Tell me, when does this make sense? You think you're doing okay? You think you're doing okay? You got it made, you're doing all right. You know what? It could be better. It could be even better. It could be better for your children. It could be better for your grandchildren. It could be better for the generations that come way after you. And you don't want to do it. Climate change? Sorry. I don't know if you look on MSN or not, but in about 120 years, there is a big-ass fucking meteor coming that they said is going to be the same amount as 22 atoms, atomic bombs worth. That's going to slam into the earth. Goodbye. Goodbye. We're not here. We won't be dealing with it. And anybody here at that time will not be here. There's your fucking climate change. Meteor. Boom. We're like the fucking dinosaurs. Goodbye. We won't. Somebody else will dig us up in a million years. Like, do you understand it? We are living here, now, in the now. Your children need jobs now. Your children need a future now. Your grandchildren need a future now. Your great-grandchildren, who aren't even thought of yet, need a future now. Think of them. Don't think about your fucking house that you might leave down. You know what? The government's coming after that too. If you sit there and you got a house that's, say you're in whatever town, and you got a big house and it's worth $1 million, sooner or later, they're coming after you for your capital gains. Not because you sold the house, just because you own the house and it's worth more and more. So say you paid your house off 20 years ago, they're going to start charging you capital gains on what it's worth now from when you paid it off 20 years ago. Extra tax. They're going to tax the fuck out of you. And you don't see it coming. But they're telling you about it, and you don't want to acknowledge it. That's the shit that's coming your way, and you just don't want to deal with it. And that's the stuff that you got to think about for your grandkids, your great-grandkids, even your children. If you're up there in age, you got to think about your kids now. Sorry, I went on a tangent. Oh, shit. That's some good weed. I need a break. Oh, wrong mouse. Alright, I'm back. You didn't even know I was gone. Let's take a breather. Swig of water for everybody out there. So the next thing was this censorship bill. I think it had two names. I don't know if it was C-15 or C-9. Oh, they were trying to change it to from C-15 to C-9, Combating Hate Act or something. It was very confusing. I tried to pick it all up, but like I said, long week. In the end, they censored try that again. Parliament, the Liberals, censored the committee on the censorship bill, which didn't make much sense to me. So there really wasn't much dialogue about it. So there were some key points that that needed to be clarified. You know, what constitutes hate speech? Does quoting some scripture and religious verses, and why this was supported by the bloc, I don't know. I don't know that the bloc really aligns with most French people on that issue, but I guess there's a few ways to look at it. You know, I guess ultimately that we don't want the religion in the streets. We don't want it at the street corners, and maybe that's what they're trying to get at. And I think everybody has a right to believe what they want to believe, and whether it's Christian, Islam, Jews, whatever. And you can quote whatever you want to quote. I think if you're using your religion for hate, and it does harm, if it actually harms someone, there's a problem with your religion. It shouldn't harm anyone. But to quote things, I don't see the problem with that. Go not ye house to house. Don't stand in the street corners. You know what? I'm a Christian. I'm a poor excuse for a Christian. I am the worst. I'm awful. I doubt I'll make it to heaven. I pray for me, plus, please, please, please. But like, I don't need to go tell people what to believe. I tried it once, and it didn't work out for me. Long story. Maybe I'll get into that on one show. I can dedicate some podcasts to my my past and different things. My personal beliefs are my personal beliefs, and I think for me, I'm best doing it on my own, behind closed doors, doing my own. Just started doing daily devotionals, which I actually like to thank a couple of people that'll never hear this. Jasmine Lane, who I aspire to my show to be like hers, but it'll never be close. And actually, a podcaster that I really can't stand, The Undertaker's wife, Michelle. I respect that she gets up in the morning at 5 a.m. every morning and does a daily devotional and starts her day. Anyways, I got off on a tangent, but whatever. It's my show and nobody watches. Anyways, maybe my kids will see this one day and understand what their old man's about. But again, my personal views on and how I go about it, I think I'm safe behind my own walls doing it. I don't need to browbeat anybody. I don't need to tell them how to do their lives. I don't want their lives shoved in front of me, and I don't want to shove my life in front of them either. It's too bad though, you know, about the hate speech, it comes a little too late, you know. We've had, just in the past week, we've had 5 synagogues vandalized because of the war in Iran. And over the last 5 years, 5 years? Maybe a bit more. There's been 123 churches burned down or vandalized across the country. So I don't know that we need our scripture combated, if you will. I can't think of a better word. But anyway, there's that. That's all about that. Oh, back at the beginning of the week, the CBC dude, Travis Danraj, he was before the Heritage Committee talking about the CBC, and we all know how the CBC leans liberal. They're bought and paid for. I mean, if it was not clear, it was made clear during the last election. On election night, every time the Liberals won a seat, there's Rosie, what's her name? Rosie Barton going, oh, we got a seat there. Oh, we're safe there. Like, come on, you're not even hiding it. We all get it. But finally, this guy, Travis, comes out, and he's naming names, which we already know. Anybody that's conservative or NDP or the one green, the one green Elizabeth May. Oh. That's all I think of it. Elizabeth May. Oh man, I gotta meet this woman. if somebody can make that happen, I gotta get drunk with this woman. She's the best. Anyway, she's got the ultimate scam in the fucking country. Oh shit. Where was I? Sorry, Travis. Yeah, this is some good weed. Thank you, local native shop. I've never tried this. It's a new thing that I'm trying for my shoulder and arm. Some RSO something. Inedible. So he was before the Heritage Committee, and he exposed some political bias for liberal government, and so they were out and out blacklisting MPs and Taxpayer'S on, he had a show, what was it, Power in Politics, but they were blacklisting PCs on all the shows. Actually, the one time Rosemary had Taxpayer'S on there, she would not let him answer a goddamn question. She'd ask a question, she'd cut him off every time he would try to answer. And this is where he was a pussy. He was polite. He's like, I'll answer it if you want me to. He should have just said, fuck, bitch, I'll answer it if you shut your goddamn pie hole. But you can't talk like that. Well, I can talk like this on my show. It's my show. I'll probably regret posting this, but whatever. The next one will be more kid-friendly. I don't care. I just don't care anymore. They're coming for our freedom anyways. I'll get to that in a little bit. Well, that was back on the censorship bill, because they're gonna censorship, I forgot to write that down, the internet too. So any of these popular conservative leaning podcasts, they're having a hard time. Like, you can click like and share and all this stuff, there's an algorithm against them to shut them down, and people are starting to move to their own to their own websites, and they're charging money and shit. And fine, yeah, allow them. I recommend. I'll make a whole podcast on who I recommend, and try and give them some business. I'm not gonna ask for money, obviously. Right? Like, who's gonna pay for this shit? If I got $1 for this, I think I won the goddamn lottery. Oh man. But I see podcasts where people send like $1.69 just to say a comment. I'm like, are you for fucking real? You don't even have to just sit down and have a conversation with me. Oh my God. If I had $1 for every comment, I think Christine would owe me $6. Just buy me a Timmy's. Anyways, I'm all over the place. I don't care. I don't give a shit anymore. After this week, I might not even be here next week, so whatever. So back to these conservative shows like Jasmine Lane, Elevate, Moose on the Loose, and stuff like this. They're all going to their own platforms. Juno News, like, these guys are great. I'm just ripping them off anyways, and doing a piss poor job of it. But they are what I agree with. They are what gets me going. They're like, this is what I think of before I even hear them say it. And it's like, so why don't I say it? Well, maybe because I'll get in trouble. But let's take a 5-second break here. And I'm back. You didn't even know I was gone, did you? So yeah, all these great podcasts that I follow. Oh, another one is the hell, Mr. Sunshine Baby, or he's got his other channel, fucking with a PH, you fucking A. I like them. All these shows, they got their clickbait. I don't even know how to do that on the screen, and maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I won't. But I think they're all going to eventually have their own subscribers. Well, they have their subscribers on the YouTube, but I think they're all going to eventually have to move on to their own platforms. And I think anybody that is a conservative should follow them, and it's worth paying for. I'm just starting out, so I'll get nowhere anyways, but I do have a website, and it's I'll announce that if I need to, but I've had it in my back pocket for a year, and not sure what I was going to do with it, but now I have an idea. And if nobody watches, it doesn't bother me. At least nobody's going to tell me I'm shitty. Oh, what else did I want to touch on? I have other notes here. Oh, yeah. That other floor crossing this week. Good Lord. That's 4 now. So, what was that? Her last name? Eidlout? The lady from Nunavut? In a way, you can't blame her. Like, the NDP is the drizzling shits right now. They have got some really whack job people running for it. It almost makes you want to beg to have Jagmeet back. You thought he was running the party into the ground. Like, holy shit show they had there with their leadership. Good Lord, these guys are out of their minds. Wow. They're just go on YouTube, look it up. If you don't believe me, just look it up. NDP leadership. It's all out there. I can't even break it down. Like, there's no words for it. However, I will say this as a former Canada Post employee. Any NDP person that thinks postal banking is a good idea, you're a fucking lunatic. The way Canada Post is blowing through billions of dollars now of taxpayers' money, where they never used to. When they didn't used to, maybe the banking was a good idea to make this money, but you're losing the money now by the billions. I wouldn't trust that system. No way. So anyways, so back to this, where was I at this? Idle girl. They threw her some bones leading up to this. You know, there was some extra housing and a few $1 million thrown away to Nunavut, and Yeah, they dangled the carrot or two for her, and she crossed the floor. And now, on one hand, I don't blame her. She's better off with the Liberals than the NDPs. Like, God damn, get me out of here. However, I still think, like, anybody that crosses the floor, you should be out of your job. And the feds, I forget who come out and said, oh, you're voting for the person, not the party. That is absolute bullshit. I voted for, I can't remember the dude's name here for our area because it's changed. I'll think of it tomorrow maybe. I don't know him from Adam. I voted for conservative. Not for the guy that's got the long hair that I offered online to pay for him to get a hair trim. I really did. I really did. I offered. Just look a little bit more clean cut so they don't make fucking fun of you. They're not gonna believe in you. Wow, what the hell is his name? He's my leader. I don't even know his fucking name. I voted for the party. I didn't vote for this person. Sure, he's a nice guy, nice young guy. Good luck to you. But he didn't even show up for the rallies and stuff like this. He had more important things to do. Anyways, it was the debates. He didn't show up for the debate. Like, hello, you got a big right in here. Anyways, that pissed off a lot of people, but we still voted him in because we wanted the party, not the person. What the hell is his name? And lastly, Doug Ford. Did I already talk about this? The injunction. I should be on pause right now, but I'm not. Well, if I didn't, I'll do it again. Doug Ford. Yeah, the injunction to block the demonstration. I already did this, didn't I? I don't know. Let's put it on pause. Think about this for a second. Where's my pause button? Well, I'm not sure if I did this first or last or whatever. But Doug Ford got on, I guess I saw it online. He asked for an injunction to block the protest or demonstration, what they call Al-Quds Day. And the judge threw it out. So I think there was an issue over airspace over the U.S. consulate. So I think when it gets to be that kind of an issue, maybe you should block it. Maybe it shouldn't have been allowed all along the way. But I think right now with the war in Iran, it maybe should have been blocked. You know, we don't need all the bullshit that goes on elsewhere in the world spilling into our streets here. You come to Canada for a better life. That's the plan. You come here, you contribute. You're welcome to believe what you want, do what you want within what's legal and moral. Live how you live. Do what you do. but don't come and bring your bullshit from your home country here. We don't want it. We don't want to know what goes on. We don't care. It's not like we don't care. It's like we just don't want to deal with it. We don't want to deal with it in our streets. We don't want to deal with you parading around about dictators that murder thousands. Well, Irish are trying to get drunk on Guinness. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Probably could have put it in better words. But speaking again of the Iran war, what was that doofus in the House of Commons blaming the prices on housing being so high on the Iran war? Like they all just skyrocketed in the last couple of weeks. What a fucking maroon. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I had that up there and I was blocking the fire. And I'm back. Let's here be a Saturday night special with Shaner. I wonder if anybody's actually watched the whole show. Alright. Normally these are short. Alright. Now we're at the fun part of the show. The fun part, or shall I say, the pun part. Alright, strap in, folks. Are you ready? This is where the entertainment value kicks in. Did you hear about the baguette at the zoo? It was bred in captivity. I kind of like that one. I'm laughing at this next one. I haven't even freaking read it. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Let's get the button ready for this one. Oh, I need to grow up. Oh, shit. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That one got me. I don't know why. An impasta. Okay. Grown. Here we go. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired. Alright. Oh, shit. I need a buddy here for this one. I need a shot for this one. Oh my gosh. I used to work in a shoes... I'm going to start that again. I used to work in a shoe recycling shop. Shoe recycling shop. See how I know it is. I used to work in a shoe recycling shop. It was soul destroying. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Maybe we'll end on this one. This is a groaner. Oh my god. This is a Saturday night special. Oh. Alright, last one. Okay, two more. Are you with me? Come on. What did the grape say when he got stepped on? He let out a little whine. You're too kind. Alright, last one. Then I might do something else. I might not. I'm debating it. Depends on if I have another puff. Why did the coffee... Oh, hold on. I can't read that. Why did the coffee file a police report? It got mugged. Yeah, that's about what that deserved. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Where are we? And we're back enjoying the fire. Well, I want to thank you all for coming out. You're welcome to leave some comments, hit like and subscribe, and thank you all for watching, and most importantly, thank you all for being a beautiful audience. You deserve to give yourselves a round of applause. Until next time, there might be a surprise at the end of this. Debating. I might try doing a trick and play piano on a guitar. We'll see. Until next time, take care, be safe. Okay, this is the bonus part if anybody's watching. I picked up this thing that my brother got at the beginning of the year. Aeroband guitar. This thing is freaking wild. So it'd take forever to explain, but I can play guitar on it. Not a sponsor, but well, watch this shit. All right, now I'm playing banjo. I don't know how to play banjo. I'm playing guitar and banjo on the same goddamn thing. Look at this. Okay, piano. Oh, I can play bass. Well, it's a MIDI, whatever you want to call it, device, so it connects to so many things. I can play drums on it, I can play piano, all kinds of instruments. Here's piano. So like I said, I might play piano on the guitar. ago. I'm not gonna sing it because I'm just not. But now I can't remember it. Anyways, I'm playing freaking piano on guitar, so let me try something. I haven't tested all of this out yet, but oh, it's very sensitive. Jesus don't want me for some mean. Some beams are never made like me. Don't expect me to cry for all the reasons you have to die. Don't ever ask your love of me. Don't expect me to cry. Don't expect me to lie. Don't expect me to die for thee. So it goes on and on like that. So don't expect me to cry. Don't expect me to lie. Don't expect me to die for thee. Jesus don't want me for some mean. Some beams are never made like me. Don't expect me to cry for all the reasons you have to die. Don't ever ask your love of me. Don't expect me to cry. Don't expect me to lie. Don't expect me to die for thee. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground where I spent most of my days, something like that. Anyways, that's the extra bonus footage.